So my Christmas tree is still in the background because it's very difficult to just undress it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video of 2021. I'm wishing you from the core of my heart a very happy new year. Wishing you all the happiness, love, prosperity, wealth and health. Wishing you all have an amazing year ahead. Wish you all can beat those uncertain circumstances which we had experienced in the year 2020. So sending you loads and loads of love to stay strong and positive throughout the year 2021. Hope you all have an amazing year ahead. So from the title you already know that today I am back with one of the most requested videos, and you guys keep on requesting me to do a video specifically on eyeshadow palettes. So today I'm going to share my favorite top 12 eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection. So I have tried really hard to make it top 10, but at last I came to top 12 because these are the palettes which I think you guys definitely need to know about, and I just want to recommend you all of these stuff. So believe me guys, I have tried a lot of eyeshadow palettes in my life. I have tried different textures, different formulas, both from drugstore, from international brands, both very affordable as well as very expensive. But when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I always search for palettes which will serve my purpose at the same time will be of really good quality, and the palettes which I'm going to show you today are worth the investment. You are going to definitely love, because I know eyeshadow palettes are expensive, so when you are investing in a single palette, I think you just want the best one. So these are the palettes which are definitely going to work for you. And as I have mentioned, this entire basket is filled with 12 eyeshadow palettes which are my absolute favorites. I have tried it for a very long time, hence come to the conclusion that these are my favorite eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to talk about each and every palette and provide mini reviews as I generally do. So I hope you're gonna definitely like this video, but before going to that, make sure you subscribe and hit on that small little notification bell next to the red subscribe button so that you may get updates whenever I upload a new video. So please do subscribe guys, because I just need your love and support, and I think that you're not going to regret or disappoint if you just subscribe to my channel. So without any more blabbering, let's get started. So guys, as I have told you, I have got 12 eyeshadow palettes to talk about, and I have got some smaller palettes and most of them are larger / bigger palettes. So when it comes to buying eyeshadow palette, I always look for bigger palettes because in that way I can get a lot of shades in a single palette and it's worth the investment. But I know bigger palettes are not so travel friendly. In that case, you can definitely try out smaller eyeshadow palettes. But I would say when you want to invest in a good eyeshadow palette, get a bigger one, and that will help you a lot because you'll be getting a number of shades. And if you get a smaller one, I know some of the shades will be definitely missing. In that case, you have to buy some separate palette and that will cost you more. So if you are intelligent enough, get a bigger palette and you are going to definitely get the best out of it. So guys, I'm going to talk about the smaller palettes at first, then gradually move towards the bigger palettes. So coming to the first two small palettes, which are my favorite small palettes, I do have two with me and both of these are from the same brand. So I am talking about Swiss Beauty Ultimate Shadow Palette guys. I know you guys have seen me using these two palettes so many times on my channel. These are the two palettes which I think worth your investment. These are the most affordable eyeshadow palette that I have in my collection. This is the Swiss Beauty Ultimate Shadow Palette in number 04. This is a complete warm tone palette. This one is in number 05. So it's a warmer palette and this is a more like a cool tone palette. So I think you have seen around hundreds of reviews on this particular eyeshadow palettes. It's the most affordable eyeshadow palette that I have in my collection. Each of this palette is priced at rupees 199, but during the sale time you can get it at a much discounted price. These eyeshadow palettes are easily available on NYKAA.com, on Amazon, Flipkart, Cuffs and Lashes, and even you can get it from a local store which sells Swiss Beauty products. If you are from Kolkata, you can visit Rayan Sahu in New Market and you will get this eyeshadow palettes. So in each palette you are getting 9 shades in total, and the shades are mixture of mattes and shimmers. So this is a complete warm tone tone eyeshadow palette. As you can see, the shades are very warm, my kind of palette. I really love this kind of shades. You are getting different shades of brown, rusty orangish shades. You are getting a burgundy shade, a deep brown shade, a very pretty beige color, which is a matte in texture, with which you can definitely highlight your brow bone, your inner corner, and a very stunning golden shade, which is perfect for creating bridal looks, perfect for creating festive makeup. And this is such a pretty palette with which you can definitely create nice brown smoky eyes, everyday kind of eye looks, because you can use this kind of rusty shades just as a wash of color on your eyes and you'll be looking very pretty. This palette is very much close to Huda Beauty's Warm Obsession palette. If you want to just try out a cheaper alternative of this, you can try out a Swiss Beauty in number 04 and you're going to definitely love it. The number 5 is more of a smokier version. As you can see, these are the cool tone shades. In this palette, most of the shades are shimmery shades. You're getting like a light rose gold shimmery shade, a bronzy shimmery shade. Here is more like a taupey kind of shimmery shade, a silver shade, and all the shades are mostly cool tone shade with which you can definitely create black smoky eyes, more like taupey eyes, bronzy eyes. So both of these eyeshadow palettes can be used on an everyday basis for creating neutral eye looks. At the same time, you can use both of these for creating your party makeup with the smokier kind of palette, and this warmer shade are definitely going to work for creating very nice traditional festive looks, wedding looks, and I absolutely love these two palettes, guys. So the main reason of loving this eyeshadow palette is because of the quality. These don't feel like cheap eyeshadow palettes, guys. When you are going to touch it, you will feel how buttery the texture is, very finely milled. You will not find any sort of patchiness on your eyes, very easy to blend. At the same time, the shades are very pigmented. One swipe application will give you intense pigmentation, so you just need a teeny tiny amount of this for blending on your eyes. The shimmery shades, the matte shades, every shade performs so well. I was so amazed the moment I first swatched this palette, and I think you can definitely invest in it. It's worth $199. It's even worth more. So I was really happy after trying this out, and this pretty much stays on my eyelid for around 7 to 8 hours, which I think is quite long lasting. Today also I have created this kind of very burgundy brown smoky eyes using this eyeshadow palette in number 04. You have to just try out at least one shade from this Ultimate Shadow collection by Swiss Beauty, guys. Try it and you're not going to regret. It's one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. So coming to the second eyeshadow palette which I got myself introduced to in the year 2020 is this one. This is the Makeup Revolution Forever Dynamic Eyeshadow Palette in the shade Ebony, which is one of the newly launched products of Makeup Revolution, and this is how it looks like. It comes in a very nice packaging, guys. It's a complete metal matte black packaging. You're not going to just spoil this packaging even if you just drop it, and when you open it, this is how the eyeshadow palette looks like. It comes with a very pretty good quality mirror, and this particular eyeshadow palette is priced at rupees 950, and you are going to get 8 shades in total, and this is available on HAUTE Makeup from where I have bought it, but in future I think this will be also available on NYKAA since it's a newly launched product. It's exclusively now available on HAUTE Makeup. You are getting 8 shades in total. The shades are a mixture of matte shades, shimmery shades, and more like a foiled eyeshadows. I just love the color scheme of this particular palette. It's a cool tone eyeshadow palette, guys. If you want to create more like smoky eye looks, silver kind of eye looks, if you want to create some different kind of eye looks or with some cool tone shades, not with warmer shades, this is a palette which you can try out. Although you'll be getting a lot of shade options of this particular Forever Dynamic range by Makeup Revolution. You can see you're getting a light gray matte shade, a very nice berry kind of shade which is also matte in texture, which has got lots of pinks in it, which you can definitely use as your transition shade, a cool tone reddish kind of brown which is also going to work such nicely on Indian skin tone as your crease shade, a jet black shade which is so pigmented, guys, very pretty shimmery kind of a grayish black which also is going to work such nicely on your lid when you want that kind of very smoky party kind of look. Very stunning, a foil, a silver color which looks amazing on the lid. And this particular shade is a duochrome shade, guys, one of my favorite shades. You have to just build this particular shade up a little bit, but all the shades look amazing on the eyes. The shades are very pigmented, guys, very easy to blend, no kind of patchiness, and you're going to definitely enjoy each and every shade. The shimmery shades work really well when you apply it with the help of your fingers. In that way you can get the best pigmentation. But I'm really happy with the quality of the eyeshadows, and it's so travel friendly. The quality of the packaging is also very good, and when you want to try out this Forever Dynamic range by Makeup Revolution, you'll be getting such amazing shades, guys. They have got some greener palettes, purple palettes, blue palettes, which you can definitely try out. But this one is a kind of hatka for me, and it's one of my favorite palettes, guys. It's worth the buy. So another small eyeshadow palette which I have shown you so many times on my channel is by NYKAA. This is the NYKAA Just Wink It eyeshadow palette in the shade Double Chocolate Chip, and this particular palette is priced at rupees 1499, and you are getting 12 eyeshadows in a single palette. The price is quite expensive, but you can get it at a much discounted price during the sale time. So the packaging is very good, very sturdy, classic, elegant black packaging, and it also comes with a mirror as well, which is also of very good quality, and you can do your full face of makeup using this mirror because it's quite large. So you are getting 12 shades in a single palette. The pan size is small, guys, that I want to mention. These are not having huge pans. This is more like a neutral slash warm tone palette with a hint of black as well, and I love this kind of eyeshadow palettes. You are getting different shades of brown, bronzy colors, a champagne shade, light brown shade, burgundy shade, taupey colors. It is also a mixture of shimmers and matte shades. And with this particular eyeshadow palette, guys, you can create so many eye looks. You can create your everyday eyeshadow looks, brown smoky eyes, a black smoky eyes, a festive eye looks, traditional eye looks. The quality of this particular eyeshadow is also good. These are not insanely pigmented, I would mention. These are having decent pigmentation. The shadows are having decent pigmentation, but I really love the quality because these are so finely milled, very easy to blend. You're not going to face any kind of issues, and I think if you're a beginner, this kind of palette actually is the best for you, because when the shadows are very pigmented, I know if you're a beginner, if you're not that pro in blending your eyeshadow, it will be creating a lot of mess. So this kind of palette is the best for you. I really like it. It's available on NYKAA, and you can definitely get it, and it's also a really good eyeshadow palette. So coming to the next palette is neither a small palette nor a bigger one. It's one of my old favorites, and I really like it. It's from Colourpop. So Colourpop do ship products to India, but if you don't want to order it from Colourpop's own website, you can get it from a number of Instagram sellers. I'm going to link the seller from where I got it. This is the Colourpop Dream Street eyeshadow palette, which Colourpop has made in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. I really love Kathleen. She's one of my inspirations. This is how the eyeshadow palette looks like, a complete cardboard packaging, and when you open it, this is how the palette looks like. So I got this eyeshadow palette for rupees 1900 in the year 2018, which keeps on changing. But if you just get it from Colourpop's own website, you'll be getting it at a much lesser price. So it has got 16 shades in total. So this is more like a neutral eyeshadow palette with a hint of colors in it, which are so popping. You are going to surely love it. It's a mixture of matte and shimmers, and the shimmers are so stunning. The shimmers are more like foil duochrome shades, which look so stunning on the eyelid. So you are getting different shades of brown, different beige tone shades, peachy tone shades, a very pretty red color with which you can definitely create so many colorful eye looks. And love these two teal shades, guys. So one is a deeper teal, which is matte in texture, and this one is such a nice stunning shimmery teal shade, which works so well as your lid color. Love the quality of Colourpop eyeshadows, guys. If you haven't tried Colourpop palettes, go ahead and try at least once in your life, and you're going to love it. These are having such nice texture, buttery soft, very pigmented, so easy to blend, and you're not going to create any kind of mess with this eyeshadow. And the shimmery shades work equally well with the help of your fingers as well as with the help of your brush. So very happy with this palette. You can create so many eye looks, party makeup looks, everyday eye looks, colorful eye looks. The shades work equally well on Indian skin tones. The transition shades are definitely going to show up on your skin, so you don't have to worry about that. Really like the long lasting power as well. So if you want to try out a really pretty palette from Colourpop, try out the Dream Street palette, guys, and you're going to definitely love it. So these are all the small palettes which I really love. Now let's come to the bigger palettes. So coming to the next one is from the brand Imagic, and Imagic is also available in India very well. You can get this from Cuffs and Lashes, from Amazon, from Flipkart, and it's one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, guys. This is the Imagic Professional 16 color eyeshadow palette. This is how it looks like. Very nice, kind of textured rose gold packaging. Looks very sturdy, and it also comes with a very nice huge mirror with which you can do your full face of makeup. So this is how the eyeshadows look like, guys. I absolutely love this eyeshadow palette. I got this one for rupees 750 from Cuffs and Lashes, but you can get it at a much discounted price from a number of websites, guys. This is a very affordable yet very good quality eyeshadow palette. You are getting 16 shades in total, and this is a stunning warm toned eyeshadow palette, mostly warm tone shades in the palette with a hint of berry or pink with mauve with a little bit of coolness going on. And the shades which you are going to receive in this palette are a mixture of matte shade, shimmery shades, cream eyeshadows. So this particular shade called Bubble, this one is a Sing, and this one is a Divine. These are very nice pressed cream eyeshadows like Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadows. When you touch it, you're going to feel the moussey kind of texture in it. So pigmented. The matte shades are so good. Different shades of rusty orangey tones in it, which are perfect for creating your crease color, your transition color. Such a pretty deep pink shade which is not at all patchy, and this particular black is one of the jet blacks that I have in my collection, guys. This is a very pretty eyeshadow palette with which you can create really stunning eye looks like rose gold eyes, like bronzy eyes, or for an everyday basis also you can use it because you're getting some neutral browns in it, a beige tone shade with which you can definitely highlight your brow bone or inner corner. The shades are very pigmented, guys. I'm going to insert swatch and you will be able to make out how pigmented the shades are. One swipe application. I think you can try out Imagic 16 color eyeshadow palette. It's very affordable, at the same time a very good quality palette. So coming to the next one is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, and I have talked about this palette so many times on my channel. It's this one. It's by Tann Beauty. This is All I Need eyeshadow palette by Tann Beauty. This is how it looks like. It comes in a very nice classy matte black packaging with rose gold font in it, and when you open it, this is how the eyeshadow palette looks like. It comes with a very good quality mirror as well, and this is an expensive palette, guys. It's priced at rupees 2,400 and it's only available on Tann Beauty's official website. I'm going to link it in the description box. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. It's a stunning, a super versatile eyeshadow palette, guys. I wouldn't say it's a complete warm tone eyeshadow palette, nor it's a complete cool tone eyeshadow palette, but it's a mix of two. You are getting so many warmer tones in it as well as very colorful popping shades. So you may call it as a colorful eyeshadow palette, or you may call it as a neutral kind of warm tone eyeshadow palette. I love this eyeshadow palette because if you have this, you don't need any other palette. You are getting pretty much all the necessary eyeshadows you need in your life for Indian skin tones. So you're getting 15 eyeshadows in the single palette, and the shades are mixture of mattes, shimmers, duochrome shades, and a pressed kohl. Yes, you heard it right. It also has got a pressed kohl over here, which is this black shade with which you can create winged eyeliner, with which you can create black smoky eyes, apply on your waterline. You can create so many eye looks with this eyeshadow palette, guys. You are getting different shades of brown very pretty rose gold duochrome shade, which looks absolutely stunning as your lid color. Very nice dusty rose shade, rusty orange shades, which also works so well on Indian skin tones. This particular shade, which is called highlight, is actually meant for highlighting your skin, so you can use this entire eyeshadow palette in so many ways. You can use this Bed of Roses shade, which is this dusty rose shade, as your blush. You also can use this Blow a Kiss rusty orange shade blush as well. So pretty much you can do your full face of makeup with this eyeshadow palette, guys. This particular shade, which is called Workaholic, is a cool tone brown shade with which you can definitely contour your face. Love the color scheme. It performs so well on the eyes. You can create everyday eye looks. Very colorful purple eyes, blue eyes, party eyes, shimmery rose gold eyes, traditional eye looks, wedding eye looks. Lastly, I like to mention the quality is amazing. It's worth each and every penny you invest in this particular eyeshadow palette. Very pigmented eyeshadow palette, very less fallouts, very less fallouts. You are not going to experience heavy fallouts with this particular eyeshadow palette. Only the duochrome shimmery shade is having a little bit of fallout. Other than that, the matte shades work so well on the eyes. Very easy to blend, doesn't look patchy, artificial. I can mix 14 shades out of this palette and it will be not looking patchy at all, and also very long lasting. If you want to get a very good eyeshadow palette for your wedding day, this is a palette which you can definitely try out, guys, and you're not going to regret. It's so pretty. It's worth the investment. So the next one is also one of my favorites, and you guessed it right, it's from LA Girl. It's our Hot Heat eyeshadow palette in the shade Aloha Vibes. Firstly, I like to mention, guys, I can pay for the packaging of this eyeshadow palette. This is having such a nice, classy, gorgeous, very sturdy, colorful packaging. This is how it looks like, and when you open it, this is how the eyeshadow palette looks like. It comes with a huge mirror which you can definitely use, and these are all the eyeshadows which you are going to receive in this palette. This particular eyeshadow palette is priced at rupees 1850, which I know is expensive. During the sale time, when LA Girl offers /30% off, /25% off, you can get this palette at a much discounted price. This eyeshadow palette is easily available on NYKAA, on HAUTE Makeup, on Amazon, so you can get it from anywhere you want. And as you can see, this is also a very pretty neutral tone colorful eyeshadow palette. Most of the shades are neutral, but the shades are so pretty, guys. You are getting 16 eyeshadows in this single eyeshadow palette. The pan size of these eyeshadows is huge. These are having such huge pans, so you are getting a very stunning matte shades, satin shades, and very stunning like foiled shimmery shades in this eyeshadow palette. I just am in love with this teal color and this silver shade, which is a duochrome shimmery shade, which works so well as your lid color. I have done my New Year's Eve makeup look using this silver shade, and I'm going to link it over here. You can watch it. These are all the shades which you are going to receive. Colorful, very pretty shade. The shimmery shades are so pigmented, so foiled. One single touch will give you such intense pigmentation. So the shades are very pretty. The only downside of this particular eyeshadow palette is that this palette lacks transition colors. Only this light brown shade and this taupey kind of brown shade can be used as your transition color, but I just want this palette to have more warmer tones like light brown shade, rusty orange shade, and this can make this palette look full. So that's the only thing I like to mention. But if you want to get very good stunning purple shade, very nice teal colors, a kind of different duochrome silver shade which has got purple hints in it, pink hints in it, this is a palette which you can definitely try out. The quality is really good, guys. The pigmentation is so good, buttery soft texture. The shimmery shade just feels like butter. You will not feel those chunky glitters on your eyelids when you use this eyeshadow palette. Very soft, so pigmented, very easy to blend. And believe me, guys, I have used so many eyeshadows in my life. so I can make out which one is the best. One of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, guys. These are also having a number of shades. You can definitely try out any one of these and you're going to definitely love the quality of the eyeshadows. So coming to the next one is my recent discovery, and ever since I got it, I am using it and I'm really happy after trying this out. This is also from Makeup Revolution. It's from our iHeart Revolution range, and it's the iHeart Revolution Curses and Hexes eyeshadow palette. I have talked about this eyeshadow palette, I think, in my makeup favorites of 2020 video, and this is from her Halloween collection. So each and every year Makeup Revolution brings some sort of Halloween collection, and it's from her Halloween 2020 collection, and this is how the eyeshadow palette looks like. It's priced at rupees 1,500 and it's available on HAUTE makeup. I don't know whether it's available on NYKAA or not. I just love the packaging, guys. This is such a nice packaging. It just gives me a kind of Halloween vibe. It also comes with a very nice good quality mirror. So these are all the shades which you are going to receive in this palette, guys, and you are getting 18 shades in total, and the shades are a mixture of matte, satin shade and shimmery shades. And what I like about this eyeshadow palette is that it's a complete different cool tone eyeshadow palette, guys. If you want me to compare it with my other cool tone eyeshadow palette, I would say that this is a complete different one, because you are getting such different cool toned blues, some deeper purples, some cool toned browns with a black. I think the shades are completely unusual, completely different from the shades which are available in most eyeshadow palettes, which are very hard to find. So I really like it. Purple shade is so pretty, guys. It's a very pigmented, and purple shades having a lot of pigmentation is very hard to find, and this particular purple shade is very pigmented, but you have to be a little bit tricky when you are using this kind of matte deeper shades. Just deposit the color and then start on blending. Don't put too much shade on your eyelid or on your crease, otherwise it will be looking patchy. This stunning frosty blue shade works really well for creating halo eyes when you want that kind of shimmer, duochrome kind of effect at the center of your eyelid. You can use this. The blues are also very pretty, different kind of bloom, and this particular taupey kind of champagne shade works so well as your lid color. I have used this particular shade for creating a look, I think on Christmas. I'm going to link it as well. You can have a look on that. I really love the quality of the eyeshadows. Makeup Revolution eyeshadows are best for beginners, and if you want to try out very affordable yet good quality eyeshadows, you can try out Makeup Revolution eyeshadows. And these are also very pigmented eyeshadows, very easy to blend. The deeper purple is only a little bit patchy to work with, but I can work with any kind of deeper shades. So it's a complete different kind of palette, and if you want to try out a different kind of palette, if you have a lot of eyeshadow palettes in your collection, I think you can try this one out and you're not going to regret, guys. You are going to fall in love with the color scheme and everything, and when you try this one out, you are going to love the quality as well. These are also very blendable eyeshadows, and I think it's also a very good eyeshadow palette which you guys can definitely try out. Another Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette which I would highly suggest you guys to try out is this one. I'm just holding it like this because it's going to give you a kind of flash, because it's having a complete glossy rose gold packaging. This is the TAMMI Into Makeup Revolution Tropical Paradise palette. It's having such a nice packaging, complete rose gold packaging, and when you open it, this is how the eyeshadow palette looks like, guys. It's having a huge mirror which you can definitely use. This one is priced at rupees 1,950, and it's available on NYKAA, on Amazon, on HAUTE makeup. You can get this palette during the sale time at a flat 30% off or flat 40 to 50% off, and during that time you can definitely grab this eyeshadow palette. So this is such a pretty, colorful, all-in-one eyeshadow palette. You can see you are getting warmer tones, you are getting colorful eyeshadows in this palette. You are getting 23 eyeshadows in a single eyeshadow palette. So the first row is more like warmer shades, the second row is having colorful eyeshadows, and the third row which are having these three single eyeshadows meant for your transition shade and for highlighting your brow bones. This palette is also created so thoughtfully by TAMMI. I love the color scheme, and to have this palette you are sorted because you are getting such pretty warmer tones, very stunning colors guys, which actually look amazing on Indian skin tones. And if you belong to deep to dusky skin category, the shades will be showing up equally well on you. So it's a mixture of shimmery shades, satin shades, as well as matte eyeshadows, and every shade is very pigmented. So different shades of pink, rose gold, bronzy colors, golden shade, olive green shade. This pretty kind of purple pink shade works really well as your lid color. The transition shades are so good. You can use in multiple ways. You can use this kind of brown shades for bronzing up your face, for contouring your face. You can use this shimmery champagne shade for highlighting your face. This particular matte blue is also very good for creating matte blue smoky eyes. You're also getting a black. So probably you are getting so many shades in a single palette, and it's from Makeup Revolution. So it's going to definitely worth your investment. You will find a little bit of fallouts with this particular eyeshadows because Makeup Revolution eyeshadows are having a little bit of fallouts, which is normal, I don't mind. And you can create colorful eye looks, traditional eye looks, wedding looks, party makeup looks, festive eye looks, and also for an everyday basis if you want to have just a little bit of crease color, brown crease color and a lid color going on, you can use this palette guys. It's such a nice versatile eyeshadow palette which you can definitely try out. Try this one out guys and come back to me and let me know whether you liked it or not. So the next one is an expensive one, and if you want to try out an expensive eyeshadow palette, if you want to invest in one single eyeshadow palette which will serve your purpose, this is the palette which you should go for. This is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette, and this is priced at rupees 5,375, but wait for NYKAA's Pink Friday sale or NYKAA's Hot Pink sale and get it during that sale, and you will be getting it for rupees 3,200 approx, as I did. Wait for the sale and buy this eyeshadow palette. It's available on NYKAA and on Huda's own website, or else you can just collect it from NYKAA's store, retail store. So this is how the eyeshadow palette looks like. Very pretty packaging. Love Huda's face on this, and it's having such a nice texture going on, rose gold kind of texture. And when you open it, this is how the eyeshadow palette looks like guys. It comes with a very good quality huge mirror, so it's a complete festive kind of eyeshadow palette, having lots of warmer tones in it, lots of shimmery eyeshadows. Such a pretty eyeshadow palette which is perfect for bride. So you are getting 18 shades in this eyeshadow palette. So this is also a warm tone eyeshadow palette, and the shades are a mixture of matte, satin and shimmery shades. You are getting such pretty matte shades which work so well as your transition color for creating your lead shade when you are creating brown smoky eyes, rusty oranges smoky eyes, more like fall kind of eyes. These are the shades which you can use. This black is so pigmented guys. It's a complete jet black eyeshadow, and the shades are damn pretty. Very pretty shades with which you can create traditional eye looks, wedding eye looks. And if you are a bride, if you want to have one single palette which has got a lot of shimmery shades, shimmery warm tone shades like bronzy colors, gold shades, rose gold shades, taupey colors, burgundy shade, this is a palette which you should go for guys. Now coming to, is it worth the investment? Yes, it's worth the investment. The moment you will swatch one single shade from the palette, you will be able to make out the difference between this eyeshadow palette and the other regular eyeshadow palette which you have in your collection. The pigmentation is amazing. The quality is buttery soft. The shimmery shades are completely different from the other shimmery eyeshadows. You just don't need to layer on these shimmery shades. One swipe will give you such intense shimmery effect on the eyes. The mattes are also very easy to blend. I haven't noticed a single fallout with these eyeshadows. So these are having like zero fallouts. I have used it number of times guys. I haven't experienced that much fallouts. Shimmery shades work the best when you apply it with the help of your fingers. If you apply these shimmery shades with your brush, you'll be getting zero pigmentation. That's the trick which you have to apply when you are using a Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. I just love this palette, guys. If you are a bride, if you're not that much into budget and you can afford a high-end palette, this is a palette which you should try out. I was really happy the moment I received it, and it's such a pretty palette, guys. I have saved a lot and then I bought this palette, guys. It was just bought with my hard-earned money, and probably I'll be trying out the Mercury Retrograde by Huda Beauty in future as well. And this is such a pretty palette, guys. It's worth a buy. You can definitely try this one out. So coming to the second last palette is my favorite colorful palette of all time. It's my old favorite. I still like to use it and I love this eyeshadow palette, guys. It's from Juvia's place. It's our mini masquerade eyeshadow palette. This is how it looks like. I think probably you're familiar with this palette because almost each and every YouTuber of this beauty community love this palette. This is how it looks like. I got this one from an Instagram seller, which I'm going to link in the description box, and it cost me, I think, around 2,400. But I think Juvia's place provides really good discount during Christmas and during New Year, during the festive season, and you can get it at a much discounted price if you order from their own website. This is how it looks like. Very nice packaging, guys. A complete cardboard packaging. This palette doesn't come with a mirror. This is how it looks like, and probably this is the best colorful eyeshadow palette that I have in my collection. This is a mini version of the Masquerade palette, guys, and it looks like this. The mini version actually looks like the regular eyeshadow palettes, even larger than that. So I wonder how the larger version actually will be looking like. So, and you are getting 16 eyeshadows in this palette. Very stunning colorful shades with a mixture of such pretty warm tone shades which work so well as your transition color. Love the color scheme of this eyeshadow palette, guys. You are getting different shades of blue, different shades of purple, different shades of pink, rusty orangish shade, very nice champagne highlighting shades, pretty much everything in this eyeshadow palette. And the shades are a mixture of shimmers and mattes. The shimmers perform so well. The quality of the eyeshadows is so good, guys. These are so pigmented, very buttery soft, looks amazing on the eyes. When you are going to touch it, you are going to get such a nice satisfaction because it was really good. At the same time, these are not so expensive, guys. You are getting so many shades for rupees 2,400 in India, which I think is quite affordable. If you compare this with other eyeshadow palettes, Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes, I would say those are really expensive, but the quality of the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette is also very good, which you can definitely try out. A little bit of fallout is normal with colorful shades, which I don't bother about. Other than that, the pigmentation is amazing, blends seamlessly, and your eyes are going to look popping, guys. People will be able to make out that you have got some amazing shades blended and diffused so well together, and you're going to get such good effects, and you can create so many eye looks with this palette. Everyday eye looks, such colorful pretty eye looks, pop-up color. You can just use these shades as your colored liners as well because they perform so well on your eyes. Highly recommended. If you can get your hands on any eyeshadow palette from Juvia's Place, I would say go for the Masquerade one and you're not going to regret. It's such a pretty eyeshadow palette. So coming to the last one is a very affordable option, at the same time is a very good quality eyeshadow palette. Is from Imagic again, and it's the Imagic Professional Cosmetics 35 color eyeshadow palette. This is how it looks like. It's having a complete animal printed packaging, a cardboard packaging, and when you open it, this is how the eyeshadow palette looks like. It comes with a huge mirror as well, which you can definitely use. I got this eyeshadow palette for 1,200 bucks. But you can get it at a much discounted price from a number of websites, from Cups and Lashes, from Flipkart, from Amazon, at a much discounted price during sale time. It's very easily available. These are all the stunning eyeshadows which you are going to get in this eyeshadow palette, guys. Such a pretty eyeshadow palette, 35 shades. It's a mixture of such pretty colorful eyeshadows, warm tone shades, beige tone shades, brown shades. You are getting different shades of blue, different shades of purple, green, orange, red, brown, I think it's also an all-in-one eyeshadow palette, very affordable compared to the quality. You can create colorful eye looks, wedding looks, festive looks with this palette. Shades are a mixture of matte and shimmers, and also you're getting some glittery shades in this palette. So you can see how pretty this palette looks, and if you have it, I think you can use it in so many ways. If you're a makeup artist, this is a palette which you can definitely use. The quality is also very good, guys. The shades are pigmented, not at all patchy. These eyeshadows doesn't look cheap on the eyes and doesn't even feel cheap. The pigmentation is very good, easy to blend, and you can just work with these eyeshadows so well. I also really like to play with a lot of colors, and this eyeshadow palette is one of my favorite, guys. And if you have it, I think you'll be having such a pretty colorful palette. If you can't afford the Juvia's Place one, or the Tann Beauty one, or the TAMMI Into Makeup Revolution Tropical Paradise one, this is the one which you can definitely try out because it's affordable. At the same time, you're getting so many eyeshadow which is, I think, very hard to find in a single palette. This will be serving all your purpose, but I know bigger palettes are not so travel friendly, so in that case you can definitely try out smaller palettes. But it's one of my favorite, guys. If you can get your hands on that, try it and you're not going to regret it. So these are all the top 12 eyeshadow palettes which I have used and I absolutely love. I have used all of these palettes, so I have gained some experience and I know how this palette actually performs. If you can try out any one of these, you are not going to regret, guys. Your money will be not going to waste. If you just buy any one of these, all these eyeshadow palettes are worth the investment. These are a very good quality, going to serve your purpose. And if you are a beginner, if you are a pro, if you are a makeup artist, if you want to play with a lot of colors, if you want to play with only neutral shades or warm tone shades, any one of these will definitely going to serve your purpose. So I really love it. I do have some other eyeshadow palettes, a lot of eyeshadow palettes in my collection, but these are my absolute favorites, so I have shared with you. I'm going to put the links of all of these products in the description box, so make sure you check that out. So that's all. I hope you really like this video, guys, and if you did, make sure you hit on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, or if you're just watching me for the first time, take a moment and subscribe. I just need your love and support, and as I have mentioned, you're not going to regret if you just subscribe to my channel. So please do subscribe. You can share this video with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or any other social platform you want, because that will help me to grow. I just need your love and support. We'll see you soon in my next video. Until then, take care of yourself, stay safe, stay healthy, have an amazing year ahead. Wish you all the love and sending you loads and loads of love. Take care, guys. I love you so much. Bye.